by telling the story, we're in some way honouring the reality of the people who did go through this.
In this series, it's set on the fires that hit us and started in 2019.
The idea of the anthology was to try to capture the full range of experiences, or at least some of that full range of experience that people had over the fire season.
It's going to be okay. We're going to help you.
The serial elements in the show are two of our characters, Mott and Tash, who are the young firefighters who do a tour from Queensland down to Victoria.
We kind of wanted to depict them as heroes, but also very human.
I see this as a very rounded ensemble that we all have a responsibility to tell authentically.
And the other serial element is the fire itself, which developed and grew as it progressed over that summer. We talked about, what it might be like, for instance, for young fireys to experience their first burnover, which is what happens in episode 1. We also wanted to talk about the losses people experienced, particularly the loss of homes.
Duncan and his wife Kath are dairy farmers in northern New South Wales who lose their property.
Then we have to try to find a way to come back together again.
In episode 3, we wanted to show the experience of staying and the experience of going, and how in the face of this imminent monster coming towards you, both of those experiences are pretty scary.
I still think even until people actually saw it, there's a chasm between the idea of fire and the reality of the ferocity of those fires.
In episode 4, we wanted to look at what happened when you made the decision to go. And we were particularly interested in the spontaneous community centres and evacuation centres that sprung up, and the way in which people gathered around, and watching people transcend their own trauma to help other human beings.
The character of Glenn is he's a teacher in this small town. And he's trying to give them maybe a little reprieve from what's happening all around them, and to their livelihoods and to their houses and their homes.
Episode 5, we wanted to tell a story about how civilians deal with fire.
Call 000. You tell them that we're in the house, we're sheltering in the laundry, and we are surrounded by fire.
We wanted to show what it was like to actually try to fight in what seemed to be an impossible situation.
And we meet her with her girlfriend, Nara, who lives with Ruth, and we meet them in the throes of a pretty horrendous breakup. And so it's around the same time that they're having a fallout while their world is going up in flames.
And then as the summation of the series, it was really important for us to look at that mass evacuation that was happening down the Victorian coastline over New Year's.
Doug he's a bit of a troubled man, and he runs into a young girl. She gets Doug to sort of look inside himself and open his heart again.
It was actually one of the recurring themes of the whole series, how communities are so important to help us actually survive as individuals. I think it's a message that is important now, as in this particular pandemic situation, as it was during that particular summer.